Hey guys, short video on soldering EC3s and reviews it. I've just took delivery of some batteries, dynamic new ones, hobby stores, slow models, etc. doing these. These are actually like 10 quid, so they're getting towards like Hobby King prices, but unfortunately they come with Deans, so I need to get rid of those. I hate Deans. So the tools I'm going to be using, I've got helping hands, I've got a pair of pliers, craft knife, small pair of pliers, wet rag, nice and wet, soldering iron. This one is 40 amp, not the most powerful soldering iron, but it will do. Well, I do EC5s with it, to be fair. This is a cause of a problem. Put it in there, leave it in there, sucks all the heat straight out of it, come to use it, and oh, it's rubbish. So, mine's on the side there getting as hot as it can be, you know, when it's hot enough. I've got a new wet rag, comes up shiny. Okay, so start with, I'm going to get rid of these Deans. Now, take one side off at a time, don't cut both off, get the battery shorted. So we'll start with cutting the heat shrink off and desolder it, save cutting the cable back. Yeah, I'm going to start with that. Okay, so I'll get my soldering gun, iron anyway. Wipe across a wet rag, get the end nice and shiny. Very small touch. Solder, because that transfers the heat. Just touch this one. There we go. Shine that up. I'm going to re-tin this with the solder that I'm actually using. So touch on the iron, that helps it transfer. Just end of it first, see it suck through into the strands. And there we go. Okay, so now I need to take my connector, hold it in the pliers. That's all I do. I just get pliers, put a rubber band round just to hold the connector in there. Went to the local hobby shop the other day, tried to sell me some 20 quid gadget for holding connectors. I'm like, well, I'd rather have 2 more batteries than whatever I get them for a tenner. So, oops. Sorry about this, guys. It's not very good. I'm just doing it on an iPhone. So, again, touch of solder on the gun, iron. Just touch the side of the connector. Just create a little pore in there. Wipe the iron off. Little touch of fresh. And eventually that gets to starts to get a bit hot. So then take my pliers. So. Again, touch the side. A bit of a wiggle. Onto there a little bit, right now. The reason I put a pull in there and let it go solid is so when I'm pushing down on this, I know exactly when that's melted. Hold it for a bit longer to be sure it's all melted in there. And that is job done. Hope you can see all this, because just doing it on an iPhone isn't ideal. Okay, so from battery connector, EC5, so it is actually shaped for positive. Goes in the funny shaped end, like so. Little screwdriver down the side until it clicks in. You can actually feel it. No, that's not what it is. So try again this side. Oh, there you go. It almost comes flush, but not quite. There we go. That's one side. So now it's safe to take this side off. Put the heat shrink back. Again, use the pliers to hold it. Again, wipe off any excess solder with the wet rag that's on the iron, because that comes up all shiny. Touch your solder, help it transfer the heat. Some heat into that. Give it a wiggle and feel it start to come loose. And there we go. Again, touch the end. All that solder, you can see it's actually sucking into the strands. I don't think they put solder on it when they tin this in China or wherever they. Yeah, I think these batteries are Chinese. Again, wipe the solder off. Always keep that nice and clean in the tip. And shiny. So we take another connector and do the same again, basically. Again, wipe off the iron. A little touch on there just to help transfer the heat, and then just touch the side. Not a little pull in there. Depending on the thickness of the wire, depends how much you put in there. This almost fills that, so you don't really need a massive amount. If you fill it to the top, if it brims over, these are really hard to get into the case, the connector. So just put a bit of heat into that end, so that won't take much melting once you get it into the pot. Solder on this, I think. What solder they used on it when they first connected the dings on it? It doesn't seem to want to melt very well. So I'm going to tin this with a bit of my own solder back on again. So, open hands. Wipe the iron off again, it's a bit clumpy. Always keep that tip nice and clean, and that will help transfer the heat. Solder will help transfer the heat. Okay, get rid of a pull on that with the small pliers, because it does get quite hot. It just means you can hold it in place longer than try to let go quickly, because it that's too hot. Again, quick wipe of the solder iron. Touch of solder. Just the side, just in there, so you can like put pressure on. You can feel pushing down. It's like solid in there at the moment. You can tell then when you've got a nice pool of molten solder in there. A bit more solder on there, right? It's not transferring very well. And there we go. If you do get a little tiny bit of overspill, you can just wipe it back with the hot iron, like so, and then just take the screws over, click it into place. Click. And there we go. Now, as I say, there's no perfect right way of doing these. Some people use like a gas iron. Some people, I've got a friend who does his over the gas stove and heats them in pliers and does it that way. This is just the way that I do it. I don't have them fail, so I'll leave it with you if you like to do it this way. It's nice and easy. Thanks for watching. Bye.